to the earth, let all the creatures now sing. Hope is renewed with the coming of spring. Return from the darkness and the wise grown within. Return to the maiden and creation begin. It's a time for things growing, a time now for flowing, a time now for sowing the seeds of your dream. So praise to the spring, praise to all living things, praise to the maiden and the joy that she brings, praise to the earth, let all the creatures now sing. Hope is renewed with the coming of spring. The heart fires are stirring with the new life returning. It's time now for learning what rebirth truly means. And we honor ourselves and all the fairies and elves. May we dance and ring bells for the coming of the spring. So praise to the spring, praise to all living things, praise to the maiden and the joy that she brings, praise to the earth, let all the creatures now sing. Hope is renewed with the coming of spring. So open your heart to nature's wondrous art. It's time now to start the healing of the green. Young rabbits abound and there's flowers all around. The air is filled with the sound of the coming of the spring. So praise to the spring, praise to all living things, praise to the maiden and the joy that she brings, praise to the earth, let all the creatures now sing. Hope is renewed with the coming of spring. So open your heart to nature's wondrous art. It's time now to start the healing of the green. Young rabbits abound and there's flowers all around. The air is filled with the sound of the coming of the spring. So praise to the spring, praise to all living things, praise to the maiden and the joy that she brings, praise to the earth, let all the creatures now sing. Hope is renewed with the coming of spring.
Good morning and welcome to you all. My name is Lorna Lane and I am a member of the Board of Trustees of this congregation. Again, welcome to you all. Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Elkhart is a welcoming community, encouraging religious freedom, nurturing individual, spiritual, and ethical growth, celebrating diversity, and promoting a just and sustainable world. If you would like to learn more about this fellowship, please look at our website at uufe.org and join us after the service for our coffee hour through the gallery hallway in the gathering place. For the listening enjoyment of all, we ask that you, at this time, turn off or set to vibrate your cell phones. Also, if you need hearing support, please seek help at the sound desk at the back. A few announcements this morning. Our final collection for the blessing bags distribution is today for the homeless of Elkhart. If you still wish to give, see Steve Kripe to give a monetary donation because they are always purchasing last-minute things that are missing or that they would like to include. Our County Road 9 Johnson Street cleanup will be Saturday, April 20th at 9 a.m., organized also by Steve Kripe. Sign-up sheet is available on the Ivy Island in the foyer. Our Mid-America Regional Assembly is an exciting network to work with and learn from. The Unitarian Universalists from around the Midwest. The Multi-Platform Regional Assembly is scheduled for April 19th and through the 20th at the First Unitarian Society of Madison, Wisconsin. Participants may join in person as well as virtually in a unique event that is being held in conjunction with the Pacific Western Regional Assembly. As one of the largest in-person gatherings of UUs in 2024, Regional Assembly is expected to have a number of the UUA's national staff present and taking part. Highlights include the keynote presentation on the evening of Friday, April 19th, featuring the UU's newly elected president, the Reverend Dr. Sophia Bentecourt, in conversation with the Reverend Dr. Karen Georgia A. Thompson of the United Church of Christ. A session on the proposed Article 2 revisions and an architectural tour of the Frank Lloyd Wright designed meeting house. Also, Terry Mark, who is a Mid-America Region Board member, and Annette Long and Pam Wycliffe, our current board president, will be attending. It would be great if more of UUFE members could join. For more information, including how to register, please go to uua.org/midamerica. For our chalice lighting this morning, I selected a responsive reading. So if you would open your hymnals to 550. This we know, the earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth.
This we know, all things are connected, like the blood which unites one family.
All things are connected.
Whatever befalls the earth, befalls the sons and daughters of the earth.
We did not weave the web of life. We are merely a strand in it.
Whatever we do to the web, we do to ourselves.
We ring the gong 3 times. Once for those who came before us and made a place for us. Once for those who are here now. And once for those who will come after us and build on the dream. If you would say our unison covenant with me. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. This is our covenant. At this time, we relinquish our children to their RE program. Every week, we choose to share our joint offering with a nonprofit or entity that aligns with our UU values. This week, we will be sharing our loose plate offering with the NAACP of Elkhart. Please give and receive generously. I invite Steve Kripe up to lead us in our fourth Sunday candle.
This week, the fourth Sunday of the month, we recognize joys and sorrows of our global community. All that is shared today comes from beyond ourselves, whether from the other side of the county or the other side of the hemisphere. These events affect us indirectly by impacting the world we live in. This practice helps us to keep conscious of the events outside of UUFE, to bring and keep our awareness of losses, gifts, pain, and beauty from beyond ourselves, and allows us to bear witness. Briefly speak the event or situation you are calling to our attention from your seat, and I will repeat it into the mic. Hold personal sharings for third Sundays and avoid politically charged events that we may each value differently. I will start by sharing and then just respond from the audience, and I will repeat your comment. Total violence in the world, the terrorist violence, not only is the deaths of the people, but some of it was preventable. That thing in Russia was totally preventable by intelligence, and they didn't do anything about it, and that's a concern.
One good thing is we heard this week about Mackenzie Scott donating $2 million to a charity in South Bend.
Okay. Mackenzie Scott donated $2 million to who, do we know? Okay, I'll let you say that. Casa de Amistad? Okay, good. Anything else?
Well, we have to remember the famine that's going on in Sudan and Haiti, also in
Right. Gaza, Sudan, and Haiti, the famine that continues to just be with us on the earth. And Ukraine.
And every college student, every family of a college student that is getting ready to let their birds fly out of the nest.
Right. Children leaving the home to go to college, the parents and the kids are all affected.
Maybe more controlled spring breaks this year than in the past.
Yes, they've got a handle around, at least in Florida, that I've heard, so the spring breakers. Yes, Susie.
I'm going to share joy because spring is here, and collectively, we really can make a difference with our thoughts, our words, our actions, and our deeds.
Our thoughts, words, actions, and our deeds can make a difference. So Susie is sharing joy that we can all do that. Bless the world. May the light and warmth from the candle that I lit, may the light and warmth come to all who both need and bring it. May we grow in awareness of our global community and our care of it. And may we ever be grateful for all that we have been given. If you're willing and able, please stand and let's sing number 61, Lo, the Earth Awakens Again. You're going to have to help me on the high notes. Come on, please. change then mourning into praise. Alleluia. And come liturgious anthems raise. Alleluia. Our spirits soar and sing. Alleluia. Our hearts beat with the spring. Alleluia. Thank you.
You guys can't tell that is one of my favorites because it makes me exercise my range a little bit. Spring. Spring is finally here. We celebrate the world wheels turning again with the spring equinox. Scientific advancement and mathematical understanding of our world and its place in our solar system and our universe have helped us to understand that it isn't something mythical, mystical, or beyond reason. It truly isn't anything more than science. But that doesn't mean that we should never be in awe of the wonder, scientific way our natural world works. Even with understanding and advancement, there is still room for celebrating the natural cycles of this wonderful planet we call home. Each spring, gardeners pore over their seed catalogs, take stock of their inventory from last year's harvest, planning out their fruit, vegetable, and herb gardens, and ensuring that they have the necessary tools to have their best planned outcomes in late summer and early fall. They account for their zones of the countries that they live in and anticipated weather outlooks. Some even plan on limiting or eradicating invasive plant species on their properties to bring back more natural and native plants to the area. We even have a few skilled, talented gardeners in this congregation and the larger community, and are always blessed with a surplus that they enjoy from their efforts. If we think about gardening in a metaphorical sense, we are all gardeners. We all have our talents, interests, and projects that we plan out, work towards, and in some cases pour our hearts and souls into to achieve the best outcomes that we can achieve each year. Each year we collect our harvests, take stock of what worked well, and hopefully learn some valuable lessons along the way that mold us into better stewards of our chosen paths. We each bring something of our talents and abilities to this fellowship, and together we create a community that strives to be a safe place for those who seek peaceful exploration of ideas that many in our larger community feel aren't right with God as they understand it. Many of us grew up in atmospheres such as these, and we have chosen to seek our own understanding of truth in this community where we work to honor the dignity and worth of each individual. We choose to bring our ideas to the ideological, theological, and philosophical table to discuss our understanding and application of these ideas and to decide what we would like the future of this fellowship to look like. While all of this sounds lofty and unattainable, we have been doing just that for 61 years. 61 years, that's a long time. And while our founders never could have foreseen the challenges of our congregation, we have endured, and we are so glad that they chose to endeavor to create a place for us. Those of us who are here now have endured a lot of unforeseen obstacles regarding the maintenance, togetherness of this congregation. We have struggled, we have contemplated, We have sought out the counsel of our regional leadership and are starting to see some promising slow growth and interest in what we have to offer in our larger community. We are taking steps in the direction that we have decided years ago to be present in our fellowship with each other and with the local community in which we live and work, and in our region, of which we are a liberal beacon. But our work is far from done. We have younger people, families with children, and continued interest from those who have yet to join us. We need to tell our stories, to build bridges of common ground in our local community and responsibly grow our light of this beloved, liberal, spiritual community. We again have the opportunity to positively support the young minds of children who come to us with questions and ideas. We continue to learn new ways of connecting in deep, meaningful ways with each other. This love that we show each other is the beacon into our larger community, and all of it takes planning and a continued desire to do the work, all while knowing that we may never see the results of our labors. As the earth awakes from its slumber of winter and pushes up the first buds and flowers of spring, it makes me think of how I am growing, emerging, stretching myself in my own faith community. How am I branching out into new and different experiences to meet the needs that I see? How have I been working to ensure that this spiritual home is sustained, maintained, and constantly having new growth? Many of us on the committees and on the Board of Trustees have been working diligently, even if you don't see much action on the surface, to ensure that we have the ability to continue. This work sustains the fellowship and helps us come together for services, like-minded spiritual discussions, education, and the filling of our mental, emotional, spiritual cups every week. Our time together also gives us opportunity to set new goals of achievement, of different ways we can show up in our larger community, embodying our principles, being an example of the change we wish to see in the world. As we move into warmer weather, what are we collectively working on, planning, dreaming, and envisioning for this fellowship? Do we see a need that we could fill? Do we need more research to get more information about how to best fill that need? Do we see a need that we don't yet know how to fill? As a congregation, we are very active in our own personal projects that help connect us to our larger community and give us experiences and viewpoints that help us to know how we can help and assist. This is wonderful, as it allows us to live our 7 principles in action and to embody the change. But are we working on ensuring that this place, built for us, continues to be in existence? We are the stewards of this congregation, this fellowship. We, the people who have decided that this is where we are most comfortable to be our true selves, being encouraged to be better versions of ourselves, and to nudge the boundaries of our previously taught understandings and place in the world, and our effects on it. Each spring, we see signs of growth and reawakening happening all around us in nature. We can even see it in this congregation and the way we choose to be in fellowship with each other. But there is more to do. Spring is the time for action, for putting plans that we have made into motion. May we move courageously into this season with open minds, open hearts, with knowledge we have gained by our research and planning, into our congregational reawakening, new growth, and continuation of being a liberal beacon in our larger community. Yeah, I kept it short and sweet. If you will rise as willing and able and join me in singing hymn 391, Voice Still and Small.
Lorna, she has got it, so she plays it through once, and then we sing it twice.
Fantastic, thank you, Chuck. Intricate and untraceable, weaving and interweaving dark strand with light, designed beyond all spiderly contrivance to link, not to entrap, elation, grief, joy, contrition intertwined, shaking, changing, forever forming and transforming. All praise to the great web. Go in peace.